And how come you have a Trump store?
Well, we have a Trump store because of all the supporting Trump fans and Republicans um, come in here, and it's just a really great place where they can get all their gear and support President Trump. And we have so many things in here. People really have a good time and get a kick out of coming in here.
And what would you say support for Trump is like up here in Wisconsin?
I would say we call this the place where happy people shop. Everybody who comes in here is always happy, and they get to express themselves in here freely, and they just really enjoy coming in and looking around at all the things and get a big kick out of it, you know.
And what policies in particular has President Trump implemented that you're happy with?
The China the taxing China for bringing in all the everything's made in China, and for so long we were paying China to bring all these things in, and most recently, since President Trump has been in office, now we have all these things still coming in. It's never going to stop, but at least now they're paying us lots of money for the concession to bring their items into our country.
And so how has that policy, like getting rid of NAFTA and bringing in the USMCA, which impacts manufacturing jobs, impacted you, your neighbors, and Wisconsin in general?
Well, COVID-19 has impacted everybody very seriously, but before COVID-19 hit, we were doing well. I was living in California, and I was doing very well at my job. Minimum wage was up, and taxes were down, and I was actually looking for houses before COVID hit. So I know the entire country was doing very well. My mother is a circus performer, and all the circus, I'm a fifth generation circus performer, so all the circuses that I was on after I left were doing very well before COVID-19 hit, which they weren't doing during the Obama administration. Circuses were really struggling, and it's unfortunate that there wasn't more time. Circuses couldn't hang on longer because when Trump came into office, they started doing very well. But unfortunately, there was only a few left. So now during COVID, they're about all gone, and it's really sad, I think.
And why do you think they were able to perform under Trump versus Obama?
Well, because the audience had more money in their pockets and were able to come and visit the circus and do more recreational things. I also know a lot of people who run and manage RV parks and resorts, and there was a lot of people on vacation spending money, and there was a lot of people visiting resorts and just having time, family time with each other. It seems like the entire country was doing so good before COVID hit, and I think that was all due to President Trump, because we weren't doing that well before, 8 years before, or 16 years before.
And what do you think of the anti-law enforcement sentiment that's taking place in our nation?
Oh, it's absolutely atrocious.
That's the number one thing I've noticed since I got here is I've seen a lot of back the badge signs,
Yes.
more than thin blue lines, but a lot of back the badge. And why
Yes.
do you think that is?
Because they need support. It's terrifying job. I can't imagine if my father was a police officer, or if my brother was a police officer. I can imagine what a terrible job it would be. It seems like everybody forgot. Seems not so long ago we were all supporting our firemen and our policemen, especially after 9/11. There was so much support. We know those guys, what they did, and their bravery, and how we all stood together as a nation. And it seems like it wasn't that long ago to me. And so many people have forgotten how important our firemen are and our policemen are to protect us and keep us all safe and make sure everybody stays in line.
And was that support there before Kenosha, or did it gear up even more so after?
I'm not sure what you're referring to about Kenosha.
The rioting.
Oh, I think that on both sides, it probably affected them. On our side, on I guess you could say the Republican side of everything, our support grew stronger, and how can I say it nicely? The other side, it seems like they're brainwashed by television and news and media against Trump. It's just they attack him so bad, and a lot of people just eat up their rhetoric and their almost instructions to defund police. I just can't imagine defunding the police. I mean, come on, we're all Americans. We all woke up in America this morning, and we need police. And it's funny because every time those rioters or anybody like that have trouble, they first thing they want to do is call police. So it would be terrible if they couldn't, for us and for them, because we need these guys.